Hey, welcome back to No Gears, No Glory. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of maintenance on the 2015 Mark 7 GTI. We're going to be replacing the in-cabin air filter and we're going to replace the intake filter. Pretty simple process, but I'm going to show you how. So come along with me, stay tuned. Alright, in order to get your air filter out from under the dash, you're going to open up your glove box and there's going to be a tab right here and another one right here. Basically you just press those in and the glove box will pop past, and then now I'm doing this one-handed, so forgive the crudity of my film work. Alright, now that that's down, inside here you'll see there's a honeycomb piece right here. That is where your air filter is. All you have to do is pull gently on the top tab, which you can't really see because your finger's at. And once you do that, everything falls out of your glove box. You're going to pull your air filter out and in with the new. Well, once we get it out of this plastic. Based on the side, it says airflow up. So we're going to insert it this way into the slot. And let's see if we can get that kind of on camera. Actually, I believe it's going to be this way. It's going to be upside down because the air flows from up above into it. Alright. That's where all the dirt was on top. Once we do that, I'm going to put our cover back in place. Push until you hear the clicks. And I believe we're there. Glove box goes right back into place. Voila, we're done. That simple. You just save yourselves about $80 to $100 at a dealership. The filter they'll charge you $40 to $60 for, and then for the actual installation they're going to charge you anywhere from another $60 to roughly around $60, maybe a little bit more. I've heard of it going higher. So it's that simple. Let's go tackle the intake filter. Now, in order to pop your hood, you have the hood release right here. Pull that till you hear it release. Then you're going to go out to the front of the car and open your hood. Now, for the very few who don't know, it's pretty easy to identify your air intake box. It's the big square box with a tube coming out of it going into the motor. Now, most auto manufacturers have clips that keep this box closed and a rubber seal around the edge. Volkswagen, it's a German manufacturer. They like to do things a little bit different, and they like to overcomplicate it. You can see they've got multiple torque bit head bolts that you have to take off in order to remove this. So let's get started. Let me go Now, if this is anything like under the dash, I bet these are all T20s. T25s. Why don't we do this on time lapse? Please enjoy the ensuing music. Now you want to be very careful not to pull any of these bolts out, and don't pull too hard because there's actually a couple of hoses that come attached here. So here's your clean side, here's your dirty side. Now, I don't consider that too bad. But again, out with the old and in with the new. Now this one actually has a foam tip on it that's actually glued down. Kind of interesting. The last one didn't have that. The last one is an aftermarket piece. Slide this into place. Once it's down, replace your lid. Make sure it's all lined up. And then begin to hand tighten each of your screws. And I say hand tighten so you don't begin to tighten with your ratchet and then cross thread and do any harm to some of the plastic pieces that you're screwing into. Once again, why don't you enjoy some time lapse with some entertaining music. Alright, just to be aware, there's 2 screws here, one back here, one over here, 2 here, 2 here. It's kind of overkill for an airbox, but it's secure. Well, that wraps that up. Again, it's pretty easy. In-cabin air filter, usually behind your glove box. Pulling that down is pretty simple. Under the dash, it doesn't get much more simpler than that when it comes to DIY. So Volkswagen actually complicates the intake air filter replacement process with all the Torx bolts. Most manufacturers have a couple of clips, usually 4, maybe 5, that'll hold that lid down. You unsnap them, pull the lid up, and replace the filter process just like you saw here. Well, I appreciate you watching this video. And if you like the content we got here, please feel free to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and throw me a like if you enjoy this content. 2 videos a week is what we got coming, and the next one should be in a couple of days. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot for joining me here. This is Jeremy signing off at No Gears, No Glory.